Hey everyone, so I decided that I don't like my art style and that I want to improve it. So I'm going to post a video of me once every day drawing on Clip Studio Paint on my Surface Go with a bamboo stylus pen and seeing where it takes me. I'll try and do one drawing a day and upload it every day and see how I improve over the weeks, months, something like that. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. It'd be like an attack movement. So this is one of my characters that I've made up for kind of a series I want to be able to do, but I don't think I quite have the skill right at the moment. So I figured probably the best way to practice is kind of holding me to the standard and then kind of having you guys hold me to the standard while I go throughout my process. I'll probably put on some music in the final cut of this, but you just kind of have my voice. So I want it to be so everyone has like their own power in this series I want to make, and this one's power is kind of pyrokinesis. So his ability is basically like a phoenix. If you think about like what a phoenix can do, so can this guy. I have everything for the series all kind of plotted out, but again, the style isn't there. So I guess this kind of gives me also a way of getting feedback and critique on anything I can, use to improve on, make better, all that sort of stuff. Other than that, how has your guys' lives been so far? I know it's very stressful right now with everything going on, protests, with COVID. I know I shouldn't be saying that word. Could trigger something in this video and get to anybody, but I'll say it anyway. currently I'm in lockdown myself because I had a coworker who had potential contact. I work at a Raising Cane's, by the way. And so he had potential contact with somebody, and so our entire shift ended up getting kind of booted. We divided into like an A-B format, so that if anything like this ever happened, we could still be able to run the restaurant. Well, you know, dealing with all that. I know by practicing every day, I'll eventually get a style that I like. I realize that's very subjective to a lot of people, what's considered good, what's not. I'm not doing this whole, oh, it's so bad kind of deal, but I am saying it definitely needs improvements. Sure, everyone's got their own improvements that they need. Nobody's perfect. I certainly am not. That's also something that I kind of want people to realize a little better, though. Just because you're not perfect doesn't mean you're not good, you know? This is by no wise like Picasso or something like that, but it's just by no means bad. Of course, art's very subjective. That I also understand. I'm sure some people out there would like this. So if this helps, hey, good for you. This could be like a tutorial of sorts. I definitely wouldn't consider myself that good, but decent. So tell me if, other than art, there's anything with the video format that you maybe don't like or maybe want improved. Like I said, I'm trying to make this a daily series, and if I'm doing it like a daily series, then I kind of want a little bit of feedback, so I know how to make it as good as possible. Let's get rid of that. I was thinking of doing like it black and white, but I think I might want to add some color. Actually, maybe I'll go black and white. So, his name is N. Like I said, his power is kind of like pyrokinesis, like a phoenix. So, his base power, which he kind of discovers on his own is that he can do pyrokinesis. He can affect the temperature around him, kind of deal. But later he'll realize that he has this other ability to him, which is when he dies. So he will never actually die. He just gets reborn again and again and again. It's kind of a broken superpower, but you know, he's one of the main characters, so I suppose that's alright. It's definitely not the best ability. You can consider it really good, but you know, not necessarily the best. There's some abilities which I've made up which are way, way, way too broken. One of the character's abilities is supposed to be, well, God himself, so that kind of has to be broken. But that's his whole character trait, is what would you do with all that power? Probably nothing. It's kind of like if you were given creative mode in like real life, what would you like do? Eventually, at some point, you get bored. That's why, like for example, when you're like playing Minecraft or something, survival mode is just much more fun in that aspect. Well, someone could argue that they like the sandbox aspect of it. Which one lasts longer, you know? I'm not gonna have N be immortal per se. In fact, far from it. In a sense, he's still always dying. So he still has to go through all that pain. So it's not like he wants to continually be in this kind of immortal state. Imagine dying over and over and over again. It'd be a bit hard. Not the best way to live. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just make this black and white. How about that? Oh, very simple, straightforward. Sorry about that. I got a little busy right there. Somebody came into my room. Like I said, the whole COVID thing, they're making sure I didn't have any symptoms. Kind of like how this is going so far. Isn't too bad. Maybe at some point in the future I'll do kind of a tips and tricks per se, you know? Not sure I quite like that. Oh, let it slide. I'm sure somebody likes that. I forgot what I used. I think that was it. Hmm. I think I'll leave it like this for now. Tell me what you guys think in the... No, let me change something. Oops. There we are. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, but I think I'll end it there. Thanks for watching.